Hi everyone, so we're going to be doing another example with useStates and input values and also ternary operators. I'm going to be setting up a useState for an age and also a name, and then we're going to do some checking with ternary operators in order to display or hide certain information. So let me set up the page first and import the useState, and I'll set up our function here as well. Now I'll set up the useStates that we need to use. And I'm going to be setting up some placeholders so we can reference and use. And I'm just setting up these empty tags right here because we want to start entering some information. So first thing I want to do is I want to put an input field where the user can enter in their information, and we're going to set this name up right here for this useState so we can save that value. And I'll organize it slightly here so we can modify the tag here. And on change value, we're going to update the set name. And I'll reference that placeholder text name so it shows up. So if I save this, let's just see what it displays right now on our browser when we go to localhost. So we're here at localhost 3001. We need to go to the input field folder. And then we need to go to example 4. Oh, looks like we misspelled useState right there, so we're going to go back here, useState, and I just fixed that right there. Save it, and let's go back to the browser again and refresh the page here. And you can see here it says, please type your name. Okay, I misspelled that as well. Please type your name. So if I go back here, it says please type your name. So if I type my name, Monica, you can see it's a placeholder that it will just disappear. So right now we got the input field working, but it's not doing anything right now because we haven't set anything up just yet. So let's go back to our code and let's actually try doing some sort of ternary operator and some sort of condition based on the length of the name that is entered. Then we can display the next input field. So what we can do now is we can set up a ternary operator inside these curly brace brackets, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a condition checking the name.length of whatever is entered. If it's greater than 3, then we want to actually display something, and if not, it will just be empty. So what we have here is this input field here is grabbing the value of name, which is nothing right now, and on change it's going to grab the value based on whatever's typed, and then that arrow function is saying pass it over to set name useState, which is right here, and we're grabbing that targeted value that the user typed in, and it will be stored in our useState, which we then can call the name variable here. Here in the ternary operator area, name.length, so it'll grab that length of whatever the user typed in, and as long as it's greater than 3, then we're going to display the next thing. So what we'll do here is in this p tag we're going to say hello, whatever the name is, please enter your age. And you can always stylize this later. I'm just going to do this roughly. Input And inside this input field, we need to grab the value of whatever the age is, because now we're going to grab the age of the user. And on change, we'll say, as long as that variable e is passed over in that set age, type is equal to number, and placeholder is going to be the variable we stored up here, placeholder age. I'm going to put it here in this placeholder. So it'll say please type your age or please enter your age. And then we're going to have this input field, which is only going to allow of type number. And it's going to grab whatever on-change age value the user entered in, and it's going to store it in the set age, which is what we have right up here in set age and useState. So once we have something filled up in this useState here, then we can call that age variable and check inside another ternary operator later on as to what should be displayed next. So once we save this, we'll have another placeholder available to us. Before I do the next ternary operator, let's check the browser. And it says, please type your name. Okay, I'll type Monica. And you can see as I type, when it's greater, the length is greater than 3, then you'll see my name pops up, whatever I typed up here in this input field. And it'll say, hello, Monica. Okay, so for this part, it says, please enter your age. And right now, if I just put 0, 1, nothing's going to happen right now because I didn't put any other type of condition. But you can see here, if you just try typing letters in here, it's not going to work. You could type numbers, but nothing else is showing up right now because we haven't set up another condition. So what we can do is go back to our code. And right under these brackets, the curly brace brackets, we can add another curly brace brackets here. And now we can check the age. As long as the age now is greater than 20, then we can say something like you may enter, else it'll just be an empty tag here, so nothing shows up. So we'll save this, and then we will check to see what happens now. So let me refresh the page here. So right here, we're at the beginning. It says, please type your name. Okay, I'll type Monica. And it says, hello, Monica, please enter your age. Okay, let's see if I put 100. You can see here, it says, you may enter. So as long as the number is greater than whatever value we set it to be, so it shows right here in our code, this age portion only shows up, this input field, which actually will ask for your age, only shows up if the first condition is true. It's greater than 3, so first the user has to enter in their name in order to see the next input message. And depending on what number value they enter in, this will then trigger the next ternary operator in order to display the message that the user wants to display. And that's how you go about doing these different types of conditions and showing different values on screen, depending on what conditions you meet.